It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And we'll see Jameis Winston as he's moved past 3,000 yards passing for the year and looking for more. It's the Vikings and the Lions, and it's coming right up on Madden NFL 23.
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Taking it about the 1. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they're led out, CD, by the rookie out of Nevada, offering nearly 10,000 passing yards in only 3 seasons there. It's Carson Strong.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And some room to run now. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see. Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Lions at 500 hit 6-6. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row. And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one. Over the middle, complete. It's Jacobs. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. And they're getting him involved early. You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting. Sanders' kick is good, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it down from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
From his end zone is Byron Pringle. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Winston now to throw on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Now this defense for the Lions, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Jameis to throw it. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do. It's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. From the 41, Winston. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. Play action now. Winston. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Winston. Staying on his under pressure again, and down he goes again. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, Just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Gets around him, and he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
He'll buy some time right. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment.
Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. On 3rd down, Strong. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
It's taken to the 26. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
And now out comes Minnesota. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And he wisely will throw that one away. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Winston now finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Cameron Sample able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this 1st quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Another try after the 1st down sack. Winston on the slant. He'll get it to Jones.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that will be incomplete. There's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away.
And Detroit back in possession of the football. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one, so they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit.
Throwing on 1st down. Strong. Forced out to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Strong. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Jerry Hughes has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Winston. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. To throw, Winston. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So they decline it as that will bring out 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time, and the Lions will take over.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Once again, it's Jacobs. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 55 rushing yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Frank Clark. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. To throw on 3rd down. Strong. And that is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
The kick by Sanders is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And out now come the Vikings. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. They begin the drive with Williams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
On the draw, Gainwell.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They go play action. Winston. And that's off the mark, incomplete. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Winston. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. And now a whistle and a timeout called by as they take it over. We step aside. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. On 1st down, Strong.
They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin.
To throw on 2nd down. Strong.
Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich.
Looking to throw. Strong. Dancing to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And now out comes Minnesota.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Winston got an open man. It's Pringle. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
But now he appears to be in some pain. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
There's Sam Martin now. He's been terrific so far.
Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
81 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Strong.
Complete to Austin here over the middle.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Operating from the gun. Strong. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw again. Strong. And he whips that one incomplete there. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw again. And now another one thrown incomplete. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. 51 yards on the punt there.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here.
And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Winston. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
Winston. Finding his big receiver Patrick over the middle. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Winston. And he checks this one down to Williams. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston. He'll get this one to Patrick. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And Jones has it over the middle.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Vikings. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Fields it right around the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stout troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Being chased out left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up third down.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
From the gun, a give the game run.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. To throw is Winston. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. On third down, Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete. There's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Off play action. Strong. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Here's Tressway now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he fields it cleanly. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they had so far, the field goal. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On the counter, here's Williams.
And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 23 yards, the final tally.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now Winston. Pass incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And a short gain down to about the 33. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Here's Winston.
He'll drop this underneath for Gainwell.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they are on the board, trailing now 6-3.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal.
Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
On 1st and 10. Strong.
Got his man. It's Dulcich.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
2 yards on the ground here for Jacobs, and this is a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs.
He'll get this to about the 38.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Jacobs going to try the middle. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
A lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Strong.
Finds Dulcich out left side.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33. A good pickup there at 22.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And yet again, he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And, Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action because these two defenses, they've taken over and they've slugged it out. But I think you're exactly right. We're at that stage of the game now where one of these offenses, if they make a big play, that could be the difference.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Winston. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now a stoppage, and oh boy, we've got Mayfield shaken up on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Back near his own goal line, Winston. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline. Out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's Sam Martin now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Taking it about the 36. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Throwing to start the drive. Strong.
That's taken in by Dulcich.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. From the gun on third down. Strong. And that will be incomplete. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Detroit. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. On 1st and 10, Winston. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. Throw over the middle. Going to be caught here by Mo Alley-Cox. A gain of 5. Good enough for the 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 6 yards left on 2nd down.
To throw, Winston. Looking middle, and that's complete. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 4. Play fake. Winston.
Oh, he's got his tight end, Mo Alley-Cox, complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Off the play fake, Winston. Rolling to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Following the play here, now we've got an injury. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun, Winston. Now and Winston lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Well, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And it's up and good to make the score 13-3. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. Jameis now on first down.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
First down, Winston. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop it for an 8-yard loss. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too. And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone can go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing, Winston.
Here's a screen with Gainwell.
A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down. Winston now. He completes it to Jones.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Steps away to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Winston
setting up the screen with Gainwell.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. From the gun, Winston. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. On third down, Strong.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Have confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Back to throw now on first down.
The slant connects with Devontae Adams. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
To throw on second down. Strong. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs.
And the Lions are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still first down.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Buying time to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Back to throw again.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Sanders' kick is good, and the lead stretches 16-3 now. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the fourth.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25.
Winston readies the offense. Down by 13, 2:24 to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. A first down throw for Winston. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Holding offense.
That's on the former first-rounder, Taylor Decker. Jameis to throw it. And this will be incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now Winston. Caught by Jones. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
But they've certainly had trouble blocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
To throw on 3rd down. Strong. And that is incomplete. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 37. Sanders' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10.
Able to get this to Patrick.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Winston's throw taken in by Pringle. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Winston. 16 yards on the play as they try to chip away at this 16-point deficit. On 2nd and 10, Winston.
And this one too low.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Winston. Going for the deep ball.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
Now Winston on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will take over. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Detroit, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they're squarely in play for next year mode now as they drop to 2-11. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts.